Okay, I think today what we're going to do before we take this for a drive, even though the other day we did take it for a little bit of a short drive, but we'll actually take it on the highway and whatnot. I made a list of things I got to do. So yeah, so I got to change the oil because I've never really changed the oil since we broke the motor in, so that's got to be done. Valve cover gaskets I want to check. Grease the car. I still got to adjust the clutch because it's still kind of, when you let it out, it kind of wants to grab, so I'll still play around with that a little bit. That buzzer is annoying as hell, so either I'm going to unplug it or do something. And yeah, there's a few other things. I'm going to vacuum it out and everything else. And very importantly, nothing to do with anything, but I got to brush my effing cat. There's too much cat hair. So yeah, we're going to do this list today, then go for a drive. And still, I won't be banging gears. We're just going to be going for a nice, what's today, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday drive. So back in a minute, but we're, like I said, we're just going to clean out the interior and everything. And Derek started to when we first fired this thing up about a year ago, but it's been sitting and whatnot. And also, you can't see, but they're like the sappy from the trees. It all gets on the cars and constantly getting sap and shit like that from these trees. So that's what it is. But on a plus note, we did get Ryan's car to fire. Brent from Half-Ass Customs, he was here the other night reprogramming the computer. We found out that the computer was actually no good. We had a spare, so he's taking it home and he's reprogramming and doing what he does with those things. It's way over my head, but he sure seems to know what he's doing there, and I was very impressed. So that should be back here in a day or two, hopefully. And yeah, we can take Ryan's car for a drive, and finally, and we're gonna beat the crap out of it when he gets back on the road. At least I will be. It's in my garage long enough. Then I'll be working on my Henry J. Finally, so looking forward to it. But yeah, at least that car did actually fire it up, and we ran it for a little bit, and yeah, I was excited. So that was a big show with the Brent. But when we get the computer back and hook it all up, and then we'll praise him again. It was very nice of him to come out here and whatnot. So, and I hope he did take his wife out for ice cream, because I told him to go on an ice cream date. So anyway, we'll be back in a minute, and we'll start cleaning this thing up because it's got a lot of sap and crap and just blah, stinky old shit in the interior. Back in a minute. Okay, so I've gone through a few things and just checked a few things over the engine. Everything's good now. Like I said, I just checked. Kevin thought that one of the valve cover gaskets it was leaking or whatever he thought anyway. But I just checked a few bolts on, redid a few of my ground straps that I knew were kind of just hokey that we kind of just did to get it running. But yeah, that's the engine. It's all done, obviously. But that's pretty much the way it looked like when we pulled it out, minus all the grease. But I got a lot of flack over a lot of people comments that I didn't paint the engine and everything else, but I really didn't want to, because the rest of the car wasn't going to get painted or nothing like that. So I just kind of wanted to look like it was never removed or anything like that. If somebody looked at it, but it just kind of looks like it belongs. Like I said, everything basically in the motor is new or gone through, so it should be a very reliable big block, making a whopping maybe 250 horsepower. Maybe that's being generous now. But yeah, and Derek disconnected the buzzers because, man, it's annoying. You get up, as you can see in the last video, and just buzzes and irritates you. It's worse than a wood tick. So I guess we're going to do start just clean the interior, giving it a once over. It's about, I don't know, 8:30 right now, but I think we're going to make supper soon. And honestly, I don't feel like going underneath and changing gear fluid tonight, so I think that'll be tomorrow or maybe Saturday. Maybe I'll surprise the guys and do it Saturday morning, then we'll go for a ride in this thing. But back in a few minutes. Like I said, I think Derek's going to start cleaning the interior, and I'll probably start barbecuing. So hope we're not boring you guys too much with one of the last little videos of the big block Chevelle 454. Actually, another thing, not I keep talking about this, but a lot of guys have posted and said, no, you guys start doing the body work. And you know what, honestly, the body work will come, but it won't be this year. I'll tell you that right now. It's not going to happen because, like I said, we got a bunch of other stuff we got to do this year for other vehicles. But maybe over the winter I will order quarters or sections or whatever, and we will replace what we can and graft it in and whatnot. But it will happen, but just not right now, that's for sure. So I'd actually maybe like to try to put some miles on this thing this summer. So we still got 3 good months of winter or summer so far before winter comes. So that'll be the plan. So anyway, enough rambling. We'll be back in a minute, hopefully with some clean interior. Okay, we've kind of cleaned up the interior best we could. My shop vacs, I think, is on the way out. I'll show you the filter in a minute. But yeah, the interior cleaned out not too bad for all being original. The headliner, you couldn't ask for anything better. I'd say it's almost a 10. Like, it's perfect. The interior cleaned up not too bad. Like I said, I'll get some more cleaning stuff here, but I just kind of we were just using these things. So, and a vacuum that barely works. So yeah, that cleaned up pretty good. I think we'll probably end up calling it a night. And then, like I said, Saturday, well today's Thursday, but I think Saturday we'll go for a burn. I still gotta clean the windows. I'll do that in a few minutes. It's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, I think we're just gonna make supper and call it a night. And then I think, yeah, I'll be back at it Saturday and we'll go for a drive. And this is what I was talking about. My air filter for my shop vac. I think it's done. It's rusted. So, ugh. I think that was dirtier than the car. So yeah, no, it's turning out pretty good. Jason in the gas truck. I wonder if he's a subscriber. Probably not. It actually surprised me how many subscribers we have that are actually local. Like there's guys that say, like, I was actually surprised. I thought, most of them are from down south, but I didn't think there'd be that many like local guys, which is kind of neat. At least I think it's kind of cool. But yeah, I think we'll call it a night for this. I'll clean up the windows and whatnot, and then yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, Saturday we'll go for a burn. At least that's the plan anyway. Knock on wood, but should be good to go. I think maybe tonight I might adjust the clutch. We'll see. Anyway, we'll see you in a couple days. Okay, so I lied. We're not done for the night. I just figured we'll do something that way we can set up. But one thing, I think either Ryan or Chris noticed that the front of the grill was broken. So we've got some plastic JB weld that will Derek and I will just mix up here in a minute and set it up, and that way you can set for a day or so, and that way it won't spread and break further or whatever, because I'd really hate to see anything get broken worse than it is. So we're going to do that and just mix up some JB weld. And also it's very nice of Gerald Shattuck, one of our good friends, and just down here, he gave me a battery the other day. It's basically brand new. I guess it was out of his Corvette. We're working on his 56 the other day, so helping him get it ready. But back on the road, we might put a video of that, I'm not sure. We just had to drain old fuel out of a tank and whatnot. And pretty cool old shit. Maybe we'll get him here one of these days, talk and whatnot. I'm sure he can tell you some stories. But yeah, I guess we'll just mix up some JB weld and fix that and let it sit for a day or so, and then we won't have to worry about it. I just actually happened to be walking by and I was like, wait a minute, we should actually probably just fix that tonight. So all you do is just some JB weld. Of course, this one's hard. And yes, I know I'll probably get comments, you shouldn't be mixing on the 2x4. Well, actually, technically it's a 1x6, but it's the details. And there's Sky meowing, which I still gotta, after I'm done this, yes I will. Brusher. I'm sure there's a million other ways to be doing this, but and the professional people in TV land that are watching, they're trying just shaking their heads. I just hate to see anything, you take it to a car washer, wash it, and it just gets worse. They should have made this stuff like green or something, that way you could think it's like bug splat or some shit like that. I don't know, we'll call that good. And I'll just get something to prop it up with. Keep some pressure on it. And hopefully it will last. And I'll put some underneath there so nobody will see. Okay, I'll go find some sort of little wedging device. Yeah,
it should be alright. Kind of smushed its way out all around it, so I think it'll be alright. So it's probably going to fall by the time I get back, but I'll grab a little wedge of some sort. Ah, here happens to be my wedge right here. Perfect. Alright, we'll let that sit. I really can't, well, I do, but we'll just kind of knock off the edges. There we go. Another quality half-assed job, but it's done. Hopefully. Yeah, it'll bump and it'll fall down, and it'll break that one and that one and that one. Alrighty, now we're gonna call it a night. It's barbecue time. We'll see you soon.
Okay, we're back on the Chevelle, just kind of doing the finishing touches up here. As you can see, the rear view mirror fell off here, so I just taken my nice little trusty knife here, just cleaning up my spot here very carefully where the old glue residue was. We just bought the little cheap kit here from Canadian Tire. So I know it comes, we did these before in the past. It's basically like an alcohol swab and then just a little bit of adhesive. So I just gotta do that. We'll get that guy cleaned up on the back here, and we'll glue her on. And car cleaned up pretty good. Corey cleaned it up here the other night there, so it looks pretty good.
I just realized you got a haircut.
Yeah, I got a haircut on Tuesday. They finally opened the barber shops up back here so I could get a haircut. Okay, we've got our little tab off here, and we got scraped off with the razor blade. I got the little moist towelette here, or a little alcohol swab. So we'll pull that off. Do it vigorously, make sure it's not, I guess I probably took isopropyl. Clean that up good. So I'll just put that back in there so nothing bad happens. Let that dry. It's already drying. I don't know, what does it say to let dry? Probably let it dry for 30 seconds or something. 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
So we'll let that dry for 2 minutes.
That's whack, yo.
Oh yeah, it's, and then this thing's okay. We've now waited our full 2 minutes. It's actually probably closer to 3. Get some other shit to do. So I got that cut off. So we'll do that. We'll keep that back in the lid so we have no problems. Got a little smudge there where we know where it's going. And oh shit, does it go? Which way does it go?
Oh, shit in the bed.
Yeah, I shit the bed here, folks. So it's got to go like upside down. So it's got to go like that, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So the this guy goes up because then this guy comes down into it, like so. It should like lose ring a lot bit more, I thought. Yeah, sorry, folks. I'm tired today. It was a late night last night. Yeah, because yeah, you wanted to go up. Okay. There's our little mark there. Probably put a little bit too much glue on there. I think I'm gonna.
And said let it sit for 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's already set up.
Yeah.
Luckily, we got. Oh shit. Let's see if I should do this with my fingers. I know it's hard on them, but whatever. We'll use a razor blade after and clean that up. Yeah, the funny thing is, from the factory, it was off a little bit, and now it's off a little bit again. That's okay. The razor will clean that up.
I got an ice scraper.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I'll just clean it up with a knife there. It'll come off, no problem. See, look at that. It's coming off already. Yeah, it was weird from the factory. It was off a little bit, and I'm off a little bit again, like I said. Oh, well. Strive for mediocrity, folks. So, yeah, we'll just let that sit for a couple of seconds. The razor blade will clean it up good. And there you go. My advice is to always be more prepared. This was kind of half-assed.
Like most things we do.
Yeah, but anyways, pretty simple to do. Let's see how close we were to our mark here. Yeah, a little bit higher, that's okay. Corey's a taller person.
No, I'm not. Art was taller.
How tall is Art?
I don't know.
I thought he was shorter than I was.
No, he is taller, I think. Maybe the same height. Okay, I think we're actually gonna go for a test drive. Just finished changing the oil and all that, and so yeah, I guess me and Derek will go for a drive, and then after that we're going to some town 2 hours away to go buy a tranny for a start. So yeah, we'll go do this quickly, and then we're gonna go pick up a tranny. I'd go in this, but I don't have the proper registration, so let's see if it fires up since we changed oil. Oh yeah, it says seat belts, but we don't. Where we're going, we don't need seat belts. Yeah, no jiggling now. Oil pressure, good. Never move that one bracket that's loose for the e-brake that's clinging against the exhaust when you hear it.
I wonder what that was.
Yeah, that's what it is.
One of these days.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
Can't find them, grind them.
Yeah. Figure out why the brake light's on. I checked the brakes fluid is right up. I don't know what's exactly why it's that light's on, but we have brakes. That's the main thing. Still nice and quietly running. Second, I'm gonna have to maybe adjust that. We'll figure it out. Sure is quiet. Man, power steering. Whew.
Old Stony Mountain Penitentiary.
That's where you go if you do stupid things with cars.
Spin your tires, you go to jail. say, this car just wants to go fast. I don't know why. It's not a fast car, but it just likes to go. And it just idles nicely. Patrick Swayze house. It's really not an aggressive shit, like you can't really. Some other local hot rodder. I wonder if the guy that watches this in Stony, I wonder where he lives. Still good oil pressure. Radio works.
They were always less practical.
Mike said that she'd give him one more chance, and then she'd have to let him go.
Yeah,
I think we're only AM though.
I did get threatened to get fired a couple of times. You know,
Somebody got fired on the radio.
Plates being thrown in their general direction. You know,
We got radio. Cruising to the tunes.
Smoke comes out, they get crazy when they blow them. Run for it now before the synchronized swimmers show up.
Talking about synchronized swimming.
Well, apparently they're all sitting around.
I don't know what to tell you, but I'm amazed the radio works. Probably wouldn't hurt to bump the idle down for about 1,000 RPM. But like I said, it's happy right now. It's charging.
Thing is with a rusty muffler and
because that is the original. I guarantee that's the original muffler.
yeah.
That's about as fast as the bank shifting. Not really a bank shifting car. That's fine. That's okay. I think we'll head her home. Okay, so it's been many hours later. We went to out to a gentleman's place. A friend of a friend gave us the number of the guy for a transmission, and this guy turned out to be a huge Mopar guy. A lot of fancy Mopars, a lot of fancy stuff, and he's been a huge collector for many years. I feel bad I can't remember his name already. Amy something, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we were able to get a tranny, so this one's going to be the candidate to get rebuilt for Derek's Dart. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video about Art Chevelle. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, only good ones. I don't need to say the rest. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Derek got a tranny. That didn't sound good.
Again.